Woohoo! I just hit 25,000 subscribers. It has been a long time coming. Thank you guys for that. But as the title of this video says, I am about to unbox $3,500 worth of cobras. Most of them are spitting cobras, so this video might be a little bit long. So you might want to pause it here, go grab a bag of popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Or you could skip around a little bit. But anyway, let's get into it. What's up YouTube? Venomous here today, and today we're going to be unboxing these guys just like the title says. Not exactly. I actually just got done filming this video and getting all these snakes inside of these tubs because they're about halfway through quarantine, and I'm actually moving them over to a different building for quarantine. So I had to load them up, get everybody secure, and this is that video. All these snakes are new to you. You guys have never seen any of these, so even though I'm actually doing like a reversal of an unboxing, still new to you. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. The tubs I have them in are set up, well, not these, the tubs that you'll be seeing them come out of are quarantine setups. So they're small, easy to maintain, easy to monitor the animal, make sure they're eating. It's easier just to keep an eye on everybody and make sure everybody's healthy. So that's why they're in such small cages. There will be updates here soon of what these guys will actually be going in. So hopefully you're excited. I'm actually doing this video because I just reached 25,000 subscribers. I honestly, when I started, never thought that would happen. I had a goal forever to reach 100,000 subscribers. I'm 1/4 of the way there. Hopefully it don't take me 30 years. As the graph is going, that's kind of the way it looks because I've been at it about 10 years now. Hence Venomous 20. I was 20 when I started the channel. Now I'm 30. Anyway, that's beside the point. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't yet, because there will be a lot of content with reptiles and a lot of crazy critters that you might enjoy. Anyway, let's get started. So this first snake I'm about to pull out isn't a cobra at all. If you hear the rattle, telltale sign of what I'm about to mess with. But he's got to be boxed up too, so I figure I'll go ahead and get him out of the way so we can get to the cobras. So anyway, this is actually a basiliscus, or the Mexican West Coast rattlesnake. This is actually one of the largest rattlesnakes on Earth. These guys can get up to about 6 foot long and very heavy body. This guy's still very young, pretty small, still a little firecracker. These guys have a pretty toxic venom, as do most rattlesnakes, but this guy also has a very large venom yield, so it would not be one you'd want to get bit by, even though he's still very young. It's a very beautiful snake. These guys are actually found in Mexico. Just pretty interesting little guys to work with. Come here. Be squirreling off the table on me. So I'm going to go ahead and see about getting him in there. He'll actually be one of the hardest ones because he actually has heat-seeking pits. So he can actually read the heat signature on my hand. I have a welding glove there in case he makes this too difficult. That'll actually not protect me from the fangs, but it will throw off the heat signature. So therefore, he won't be as inclined to bite. Because as you see, he's not trying to bite the hook here because it's not warm. He doesn't think it's alive. He doesn't see it as a threat. Oh, buddy. That ain't working. You know, sometimes it's best just to tire them out. So I got the piece of plexiglass because actually trying to get the lid to line up with the container is almost impossible. What are you doing, bud? It's getting a little antsy. Rattlesnakes don't like riding hooks. Come on, whoops, sorry bud. Be nice. secure. Now we're still going to tape this with some red tape. You know, red, stop, don't open this, it's venomous, you don't want to screw with it, it's not a leopard gecko. So anyway, let's go move on to some cobras. So I'll be the first one to admit, I don't know a lot of like cobra morphs. I'm not a big morph guy, and I have a lot of morphs to show you today. So if I'm wrong on any of this and you think you know more than me, you can leave a comment, let me know what you actually think it is. But this is supposed to be albino, possible melanistic. I don't know how you could be albino and melanistic, but whatever, because melanistic meaning it has too much dark pigment, and albino meaning it doesn't have dark pigment. Doesn't quite make sense. But this guy's a little firecracker. See what I mean? I'm a little snake though. It is a monocled cobra, which is like, oh, I thought these were spitting cobras. Most of them are spitting cobras. But I figure we'll get the monocled cobras out of the way first, just because if I get spit on, I'm gonna have to take a shower, and I'd like to at least be halfway done before that happens. Hey bud, it's a beautiful little snake though. I know, I gotta turn on my other camera. There we go. Puffy puffy. I love the albinos, absolutely gorgeous. But quick. Well, stop going crazy. I don't want to lose you onto the floor, bud. Stop. As you can see, he's just trying to get away. He's not trying to come at me. Well, I mean, he's coming at me, but they also can't see real great, so kind of is what it is. Beautiful little guy. Now you're calming down. Yeah. So these guys are actually extremely toxic. Actually 2.8 times more toxic than king cobras. So everybody's like, oh, the king's so hot, so venomous. This guy, drop for drop, more venomous. A lot of people get these. They think, oh man, that'd be the coolest snake ever to have. They are cool, I'll give you that. But a lot of people buy them because they're cheap and they're neat, and everybody wants an albino cobra. But at the same time, you really got to know what you're doing. You know, it's nothing to take lightly. This is a just extremely toxic snake. To get bit by this could definitely be the end of your life. And no one needs that. The reptile community don't need that. Your mama don't need that. So we got him secured. Go ahead and go on to the next cobra. So this guy right here is actually supposed to be melanistic. And he is very dark if he's not. I mean, I love the melanism gene. It just makes every animal absolutely gorgeous. And he's kind of a butt sometimes. But if I was this small, you know, you kind of got to be a little crazy just to stay alive in the wild. But his monocle's real dark. His underside's pretty dark. He likes to flail. Hey, bud. But it's beautiful. Hey, what are you doing? Thought you were going to put on a show. Where are you going? So this is the same exact snake as the other one. I think it actually came out of the same clutch. But this one's clearly melanistic, or at least normal, really dark normal possibly. Of course, the other one being albino, het melanistic possibly. Or possibly melanistic. But, hey bud. So I ended up getting these because a good friend of mine had them, and he was going to have a child. And I strongly believe that you could have a kid and have venomous snakes, because if you have a good locking room, which you should have anyway, while owning venomous snakes, there'd be no reason why they would get out past their cage, past the room. You know, everything should be secure. You should never have that issue, never have that worry. But he just wanted to be safe, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not down on him for that. I'm not down on him for his keeping. You know, these guys are in great shape from everything that I've seen. So anyway, I respect that. So I ended up just taking the whole group just to get them off his hands. And I'm pretty pleased. I can do updates on these guys if you're interested. If you really don't care to see this many cobras again, I completely understand. Because this is a lot. Or at least I feel like it's a lot. It's the most venomous snakes I've ever got at once. So, anyway, let's go on to the next one. This will be the first spitter for the video. So this right here is our first spitting cobra. So we'll go ahead and put on our safety glasses. If I'm talking a little stupid, it's because I got a cavity inside my mouth, and if he spits into the cavity, I'll lose a tooth. If I have any cuts, which I don't right now, even though I keep monitor lizards, I know it's crazy, I would have to cover them up, because if the spit was to get into a cut, even if I was 10 foot away, it would it'd be just like getting nicked, you know, no different. So this is actually, been working with spitting cobras for about 4 years. It's the only one to ever spit on me so far. He nailed me last time I was screwing with him. I was feeding, cleaning, and he went a little haywire. You might actually recognize this snake, because I do believe I'm going to upload a video of this guy before I upload this video. He's a little guy. He's also see-through, which is pretty neat. But this is a Javan spitting cobra. This is a Leucistic variation, you know, Leucistic morph, I should say. But he's a little firecracker. He's got a little bit of stuck shed, so don't spit on me. We've been through this. I don't want to have to take a shower this early into the film. Here you go. Hood up for that camera. That'd be cool. There you go. Good job. If I move right here. There you go. Nice. You're beautiful. You can see all the organs. It's so freaking cool. What's up, little guy? What? Don't spit on me. I don't mind you hooding. That's cool. You can show me how big you are and how scary you are. I actually have some adults of these coming up. You'll get to see them very shortly, which look totally different from this guy, which is pretty interesting because they're also leucistics. But as they age, they actually change color, which is weird. I know. You'll get to see it soon enough. It's only a leucistic that I think does that. So let's move on to the big guys. So this is one of actually the bigger monocled cobras I have. So I got her a bigger tub to transport her in. She's kind of a butt sometimes. She's a little angry. She actually gets fed just as much as all the other ones, but she holds weight a lot better. Not sure. They might have some parasite issues, you know, maybe I'll treat them for parasites just to make sure. She isn't bound up. She uses the restroom just fine, and she isn't gravid. So I really don't know, you know, just slower metabolism? Possible, I guess. Older snakes, so it'd slow down the metabolism. Not sure. She doesn't really flail. She just comes steaming out sometimes. Okay, you can go ahead and grab that. That off the table. But she's beautiful. This is a sunset monocled cobra. It's a female. I remember back when I was a little kid and I first wanted to get into venomous snakes. I knew that's what I wanted to do. Mitch from Diamond Reptile Breeders was the first one that I know of to breed these sunset monocled cobras. I know on his website, diamondreptiles.com, I do believe, it had that there was only like 14 of these in the world. 14 in the world, that's such a rare snake. But it's only a color morph, so it's not actually the snake that's rare. I didn't really know that back then. But some of them are just really, really bright. She isn't. She's a little mellow, a little muddy, I guess. And from my understanding, I could be wrong on this, but it seems that the sunset is actually a pastel bred with a pastel, and you get the super form, which would be the sunset. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me. Like I said, I'm not the biggest morph guy when it comes to cobras. I love elapids. Elapids are my specialty, but I really don't care if it's albino or not. You know, they're pretty to look at, but otherwise, not real long, but just heavy bodied. What? I hear you huffing. You're pretty. Normally she's all hooded. She's being really nice tonight. Being pretty calm. Guaranteed one of these are going to hood eventually for you guys. Besides just the itty bitty guy. Here you go. Thank you, sweetheart. Very smooth. Very calm. Okay, a couple more monocled cobras, and then we'll get to something that'll spit at you guys. Let me know if that table's relatively soft. Yeah, what are you doing? So of course this is just a normal color variation. Being het, it doesn't show any of the traits of the morph. What? Still very toxic. Not hooding. It's being very calm today. Very placid, which is nice. I don't mind that. Especially when I'm trying to put her inside a tiny tub for transport. table? That wouldn't be cool. I just got that. Yeah. Okay. You stay there. I gotcha. And you see me grabbing her a little higher up on the body. It's actually because there's a lot of nerve endings in the tail. Grabbing them by the tail just makes them really mad or upset. You know, they don't like that. So although it'd be a little bit more dangerous for me, I think it's actually a little bit safer for me. And you're probably thinking, man, you're getting really close to the head of that snake. And kinda, but cobras are actually one of the easier snakes to read. And I'm not saying that you should go out and get a cobra because these guys are relatively cheap. You should not get a cobra. Just because you can afford it does not mean that you should get it. What? What are you doing? Huh? Took me quite a few years of training to get to this point. I've been handling venomous snakes for, man, it's been 15 years right at. And you're gonna try to, hey, don't do that. So that's a great part about the plexiglass. Ooh, sweet, you went back in. That was nice of you. Put your little butt in there. Move your butt. So she whips her tail around. She don't like it being touched. Move. Just the tip. Put it there. Oh, sorry. And we are good. I'll go ahead and get that one taped. We'll move on to something a little bit more beautiful. So this is one of my favorites. It kind of looks normal still because it's a stone wash. And from my understanding, stone washes really, like, as they get older, they kind of just fade out. And I've seen some pictures of some stone wash monocled cobras that are just drop dead gorgeous. So hopefully this guy turns into a drop dead gorgeous snake. Don't know. Last time I messed with him, he had some stuck shed, so I gave him a good soaking. Hey bud. And that went pretty well. He still has a little bit up by his neck, so I'll give him another soaking here soon. I'll move this off the table. You're being really good. I'm so proud of you. But he doesn't have a monocle. He just has a little dot on his neck. Gotcha. What's up, bud? I don't know if you can even tell from the camera how beautiful he truly is. It's like he is lighter complected than most monocles. Hey, this is a little male. Most of the snakes I've shown you are female. But this guy, of course, is not. Which would actually be cool to pair him up. And I still don't understand if stonewash is actually like a dominant or a co-dominant trait. So I'm not exactly sure if he's going to produce babies that look like him or if I have to get hets and then breed those back. But pretty excited to have him. And he's being really good. Everybody's being so well-mannered today. It's crazy. Wanted to show you a couple snakes that act up and none of them are. They're all being sweethearts. Now the other night when I was cleaning, they were going crazy. What's up, bud? Yeah, we've got to get that shed off of you. I want to soak you in here real soon. You're on the non-dominant side. It'd be great if you didn't do that. You want to go into the tub already? Okay. Fine. We'll play with some prettier stuff here real soon. I'll pull some fun stuff out. Since this guy just kind of looks like a bland cobra to you guys. So I honestly don't think that's going to show up on camera very well. I will urge just one more time, please don't handle these the way I'm handling them. I've been handling cobras for many years. I get used to what they do. I can read them very well. That's why I can get so close safely. Don't do that. Very dangerous. Anyway, let's go to a spitter. So I got my glasses on. This is another spitting cobra. These are a very interesting spitter. If anybody who's ever want to learn how to work with spitters, I'm not saying that you should want to reach out and work with spitters. This is actually one of the better ones though, in my opinion. It's a Naja Sciensis, or the black and white Indonesian spitting cobra. Main reason that I think they're better is the fact that they don't, you have to really provoke them. From the ones I've worked with, they've always been one that you really have to push past that edge to get them to spit. He might come out of here a little crazy because yet again I'm pulling him out of his little safety box. But called black and white spitters, this is not a morph, this is just what they look like. This guy's got beautiful speckles and nice black stripe down his back. A lot of them actually have like a marking on the back of their hood, almost like a, not a monocle, but like a spectacle marking, like the spectacle cobras. This guy does not. He's just completely black hood. These guys don't get huge. This is about full size. Get a little bit bigger, but just very beautiful. I absolutely love these guys. They're just incredible. But yet again, spitters. The bad part about spitters, I'm going to diss spitters a lot in this video, and the reason being is anybody who works with venomous snakes for any extended period of time becomes hypersensitive to the venom of most of the species they're working with. Spitters are even worse because they spit the venom. They get it airborne. So these little molecules get into the air, they get into your lungs. The prolonged exposure actually is what we do believe makes you hypersensitive or allergic to the venom. So then if you was to get bit, lights out. I mean, it's very hard. You'd have to have an EpiPen on hand. You would have to treat the allergic reaction. It's not like a bee sting. It's not like 5 bee stings. It's like 100 bee stings and you're venomous or you're allergic to bees. So it's nothing to be taken lightly. I was told by a guy that I respect astronomically. He's just an incredible guy, very, very intelligent. I can't find the document to prove it. I can't find the paper, but supposedly there was a guy in Africa actually just spit on by a red spitter, spit into the eyes, and he happened to be hypersensitive and he died just from being spit in the eyes. We're not talking, normally it just causes blindness, or causes irritation, real bad irritation, not just like, oh, red eyes. No, I mean like burning sensation, just like being maced or something. But this guy actually passed away, supposedly. Yet again, I believe the man who told me this, but if I can't find the paper, I can't tell you that's 100% fact. So take it for what it is. But what's interesting about these guys is originally it was thought that, or at least I thought, maybe no one else did, even though I think it was pretty widely thought, that spitting cobras evolved once. I mean, it's a very unique characteristic. No other snake has the ability to spit, only the cobras. So, well, the ringtails ain't really considered a cobra. I'll get back to that. Anyway, it was originally thought that these guys, there's 3 different classifications of spitters. You have your Asian spitters, your African spitters, and then your ringtails, as I mentioned. It was thought that these guys all developed the ability to spit, and then they all branched out. It actually happened that these snakes gained the ability to spit after they branched off the evolutionary tree. So therefore, this snake, being an Asian spitter, lives inside very dense, thick jungle brush, and they will actually just spray their venom. They just spray it in the air, hoping it hits you in the eye. Because that much brush, they can't really aim. So this guy will try to aim towards my face, but he's not a sharpshooter. He's kind of like he has a rifle. He's just trying to hit you with the buckshot, right? He's got a 12 gauge. Don't take my hook from me. But we're going to be working with a couple here very soon that are sharpshooters. They'll hit you from a pretty good distance. So let's go ahead and get this guy up, and I'll show you some more. I appreciate you being very calm. I don't like getting spitters worked up. The calmer you keep them, the less chance you're going to get spit on. So as you've seen, he was very well tempered. It's okay. There you go. You're doing very good. I'm proud of you. Another reason I love cobras. You try to do that with a Bothrops, you try to do that with a rattlesnake, just put that lid on there nonchalantly like that, you're going to hit every time. You're going to be dead in a day. Like, there's no chance you're going to be able to do that. But since I can kind of tell what he's planning on doing, I can kind of read his language and do that. If you ever start working with cobras, take the time to actually learn the snake. Don't think just because you've had it for a year you understand, because you don't. I'm still learning every day how these guys work. But beautiful. Let's move on to another one of these guys. So as I was mentioning earlier, some of them have very nice spectacled markings on the back of their hood. Hey bud, don't spit in my face. I don't like that, remember? It's considered rude in our culture. I don't know how you Indonesian spitter. Hey, don't you do it. I don't want to be sprayed by you. This one's got beautiful bands on it. I'm just going to set that over there. It'll be easy enough. If you look at the back of the hood. Okay, yeah, let go of that. That ain't yours, that's mine. I mean, it'll be yours soon enough, I guess. I'm sorry. I had to let you go because you were coming at me a little bit. I know, puffy puffy. Oops, I booped your nose. That was my fault. I did not mean to do that. Still doesn't mean you should spit on me though, I don't think. Coil in my hand, that's never good. Makes it way harder to let go if you need to let go. What are you doing? Can you hood for us? If I turn you around, get behind the camera. You're going that way now. Can you hood? Hey, don't fall. Don't fall. I know. What do you got? There you go. There you go. Come on, hood for us. I don't spit. I'm just trying to show people your beautiful markings. It's exactly how they spit. They just huff a little bit and spray. And sometimes you don't even see it. More is airborne than you would ever imagine. Okay, I want to put you up just so you don't get too worked up. Everybody else is calm, so I might as well try to keep you as calm as possible. You did pretty good. I'm not upset about that. Hey, what are you doing? I know. Beautiful, aren't you? I know, I know. Oops, little bop. Okay, let me grab your lid. You stay there. There you go. Now, if he flailed right now, it wouldn't be good. So I'll try to get a better grip on that lid. See, he's trying to hide. He doesn't want to come at you. He doesn't want to be a butt. He just doesn't like to be bothered. He doesn't understand what's going on. Oh, stop. A little closer than I like. Oh, I know. You're starting to get wound up. Bad part about these, I don't know that I would ever want to breed them, but I've got all 4 females. So you're about to see a couple more of these. If you get bored, you can go ahead and fast forward through that part. The floor's freaking wet. That ain't safe.
Not safe for you or not safe for the snakes?
Not safe for me. They don't even have any legs. Come on now. So this here is another black and white spitter. Hey little guy, what are you doing? You're gonna be, no, that was my fault, yet again. I'm sorry, stop. Okay, so you spit a lot. Okay, back down, that's good. Very nice, thanks for calming down. I hit him with the box, that was my bad. You got spit on my arm. Let me go ahead and close him back up. Don't do that when I turn. My glasses ain't facing you, that's never good. That's the first time I've ever been spit on by that species. I just felt it, it was like a slight mist. I don't know if you can actually see it. If I can get the lighting right. It's right across my arm. Say that flashlight might be able to, I don't know. Try to get a side. Hey, focusing very little. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's right across there. So hopefully you can see from that picture just the tiny, minute amount of spray. He's still going. He's got to calm down, bud. So hopefully I don't get sprayed again because I just got cleaned off. Now since it didn't hit a cut, I shouldn't have any skin irritation. It shouldn't be an issue. Yet again, you don't really want to breathe it in. I don't want him to hit around my glasses, you know, it's possible. Wearing a full face shield is best, but I don't have one on me right now. I can invest in one, it's not that big of a deal. But I don't normally get spit on. These guys are normally very placid. I messed up, I hit him with his own house. If you hit me with my house, I'd be pretty ticked. So I get it. Hopefully he'll calm back down though. because I really don't want to be spit on. If you've seen, I just stopped what I was doing, sat still. If you're ever close to any snake in the wild, you can't identify it, stop. Just stand there. You know, even if it's the most ticked off snake in the world, the odds it's ever going to mess with you if you're not doing anything, slim to none. Now, it is possible you're like, oh, I got chased once. You probably didn't get chased. I don't believe you got chased. It's more than likely just a snake trying to get away and they can't see real good. So it probably ran the wrong direction. Just like I said on my first snake, you were quick. Just like I said on my first snake, hold on. Stop lining up with me, bud. Calm down, it's okay. You're not even in shed. You're never like this. Is it all the lights? Stop. He spit twice last time, and then I don't know how many times once I got him closed. As long as he stays focused on me and not the cameraman, everything's good. Hey, buddy. It's okay, you can relax. You know the drill. We get out sometimes. We get to go adventure when I'm cleaning your cage. Not really, he kind of just gets to hang. But still, it's better than nothing. He's about to spin. Don't you do it. But as you've seen, when he did that, I just closed my mouth. Yet again, I don't want spit in the mouth. That's not kosher. Don't do it, buddy. It's okay. Beautiful markings. Sometimes the prettiest things in life are the meanest. It's okay. I still love you, even if you are a little cranky. Be nice. Yeah, move that off the edge of the table. I don't like working over there. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to take a shower once I get done here. Here. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Just slow movements. He's backing away. It's okay. I'm sorry. Just going to let him do his thing. So the more he's out like this, the more he's going to wear himself out. So if this takes a little bit longer, it's fine. A lot of people get bit because they try to rush. You don't rush. I got all night. If I need to do this for 10 hours, so we can do this for 10 hours, that's fine. I don't have any appointments. If you have an appointment, you're in a hurry, you're thinking about your ex-girlfriend, don't handle venomous snakes. Just stay focused on them. You know, the hardest part about me doing a YouTube channel is staying focused on him and not sounding like a complete and utter idiot. If I'm not making sense, it's because I'm not thinking about the cameras. I'm just talking. Trying to convey a message, but sometimes it don't come across. I still upload the video because hopefully you guys get some sort of enjoyment out of it. But I end up looking like a real fool. Is what it is. I enjoy working with these guys. I enjoy showing these guys to you. So, it's okay. Hey, it'd be great if you didn't do that. So one bad part about working on the table, I never work on the table, I always work on the floor. A little bit closer to mid-body. If he was to bite mid-body, it'd be way worse than getting bit in the arm. Especially if you're talking about hemotoxic snake, which he's not hemotoxic, so that's a plus. But if he's to get bit by like fertilance mid-body, you'd just be done. Like, just kiss your butt goodbye. You're just gonna rot away. It's possible that you could survive if you just got bit by a fertilance 3 minutes ago. Number one, stop watching my video, get to the hospital. But it looks pretty bleak. It's not where I would want to be. Good chance I'll push that off, but if they're a little head shy, so there's a chance he won't. Wrong. Tangled up on the hook. Would have had this closed 3 times over if he wasn't so tangled. Oh, yeah, a little head bop. Nope, didn't work. Hey, little head bop. Can you go back for me? Nope. Nope, not the whole body out. We just got you in. and we're good. We got little Groucho up. Cool. Oh, go ahead and see if we can get that close a little bit better. Move on to the next snake. So this will be the last black and white spitter. Or if you skipped the other two black and white spitters, the second one was your last. This one has the most white on it by far. He's got a black stripe down his back. Good looking snake. Hopefully he's not as round up as the last one. It's still hissing behind me, mind you. Buddy, I'm not going to drop a home on you, I promise. Even if your friend tells you that I do that kind of stuff, I don't. It's just your friend talking. There's a hole in the bottom of that box. Oops. Might have lied. Oh, don't hop up. A. Be nice. Mouth closed for this part. Don't do it. I see you, Hoodin. This one's got a lot of white. I honestly like the darker ones. I think the all black ones are real good. The ones with a lot of black. He's hooded up, as you see. He just sprayed me. Back away. There you go. Very good. Don't do it. He's thinking about it. I have never been spit on this much. It's got to be the lights. For the video to turn out decent, needless to say, I got a lot of lights on me right now. It's probably just too much. He probably thinks he got invaded. Like the Area 51 aliens took over already. And he thinks they're getting ready to probe him or something. I already know you're female. You're not getting probed. It's okay. I'm going to open this up. Don't spit on me. All right. Okay, there we go. You've got to calm. It's okay, buddy. Really hope the other spitting cobras ain't this bad, because they will hit me in the eyes. There we go. Now we're calm, I think. Beautiful snake. I felt like I got way more on me that time, but maybe I didn't. Clean that off once I get you in there. Hey, ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to something, hopefully, that doesn't spit on me like these little guys do. You guys are crazy. So as I told you earlier, I would show you adult Javan spitters. A little Lucy Javan spitter, a little white guy. These are the adults, which have some pretty cool gray speckles. I'm not sure at what point they get these speckles, but I know my little guy will get them. Hopefully this one isn't as wound up as the last one was, just because of the lighting. You know, it just kind of dawned on me that I started talking about how, oh, these are a good introductory spitter as far as spitters go. Proved me wrong. It's only because I said that they started acting crazy. And one of these is nuts, and the other one isn't too bad, because I got a pair of these. And one of them's just really fast. Ooh, that was your fault. I didn't do that. That's okay. Okay, yet again, I don't see how that was my fault. Where are you going? I know. Stay calm. It's okay. We're friends. It's still beautiful. I mean, practically a pure white cobra. You will get to see a pure white cobra here pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But I like these guys. They don't get real big. They're a little zippy. I remember back in the day, these used to be a really rare snake. Nowadays, they're actually pretty cheap snakes. No one wants to deal with the spit, which I get that. That's okay. We can put you up. You're spitter. I don't want to get spit on again. I'm really kind of getting tired of that already. Don't get wound up in anything. Gave him a deeper dish, just because I figured it'd be easier to keep him in there. Just in case if he did get wound up because of all the lights and everything. Maybe he's just camera shy. It's okay. Yet again, patience is key. No need in rushing stuff. sooner I get them in there, the less likely it is it'll get spit on. But if I'm rough or fast or not gentle, you know, it's not necessarily a good thing either. Come on, buddy. Don't get wound up. I know. I know. This is weird. You don't know what's going on. It's only the second time that's ever happened to me. You're probably wondering why I'm not putting them in snake bags. Snake bags, of course, venomous snakes can bite through, so I don't like that. I don't like using them. I used them once out of desperation because I really needed something to transport a couple snakes, and I was being very careful. I was being very mindful of what I was doing, and apparently I wasn't being careful enough. I grabbed the wrong end of a bag with the Dinocutis in it, an adult male, and could have been really, really bad. And thankfully it wasn't. He didn't bite me. I literally grabbed his head. I don't know how I got so lucky, but you just got to be mindful. I mean, it's a little sketchy getting these lids on, but I feel like this is a lot safer than having a snake bag, considering it's safe and it not being safe. Because, I mean, in my opinion, your complacency just kind of, it just happens. You know, you get complacent. You're like, oh, he's bagged, I'm done, you know, I don't have to pay attention anymore. I mean, Mark O'Shea, one of the best herpetologists in the world, in my opinion. I grew up watching his show, got nailed through a bag on one of his episodes of his show. I can't remember what he got bit by, but it was toxic, very toxic, and just scary, scary stuff. So, I mean, some people have their preference. I wouldn't mind bagging these before I actually transport, just in case if anything was to happen. Plastic can crack, the bag's not going to crack. Zippy, you're so zippy. I know. I get that. Stop. I don't think he spit. I didn't feel anything on my arms. Didn't feel anything on my face. Okay, you just chill out. You do you. I'm going to put your hide box in there, which is a gum box. I love gum. Which sounds stupid, looks stupid, but at the same time, if it works, can't knock it. Because he might just curl right up in that and be done. That ain't going to work though. Ain't big enough. It's okay. I knew he was going to do that. Can you grab me the tongs that are right over there by my soda?
Yeah.
Those little hemostats. Don't give them to me yet. Go ahead, it works. I was going to say I'm not ready to grab him. He's curling the hook, climbing the hook, trying to climb the hook. It's okay, buddy. I have to go get some more SD cards if you don't calm down. Like from Walmart. Like we're gonna actually have to stop filming. Because you're being a little pain. I hope you're the rowdy one. Because if you're the calm one, I've got issues. Because I know one of you is a little trippy. Can I remember if it's a bigger one or the smaller one? I'm not left hand hook dominant, as you can tell. Practice a little bit, but not enough. Haha, almost had you. Almost had you. I'm sorry. Well, too close ahead, we're head shy, I get that. Thanks for not spitting on me. I do appreciate that. Hey, you good, Mac? No? No? You're not so shy as I thought. Oops. Oh, buddy. Almost had you. Can you imagine me doing this with Mamba? It would take days. Days, I tell you. Or forest cobra? Oh my gosh. I do not do this enough. Just normally when I get something, I just keep it or transport it into something bigger than these little tubs. I'm not going to count it as having them yet. You are snapped. I'm still gonna take the crap out of you. Sweet. Next. So this is the other one to the pair of Lucy Jobbins. Get your safety glasses on back there. Good job. These are beautiful snakes. Yeah, your lid's open. What do you think about that? Huh? So of course, as the name implies, Javan, they're from Java. These guys, if I'm not mistaken, share the islands with the Komodo dragons. So if sometimes they seem a little crazy, if I had a 10-foot lizard wanting to eat everything, I would be a little crazy too. You just want to stay in there? You gonna be a sweetheart? I knew I had a nice one. That's how smooth it can go. They don't all go like that, unfortunately. Let's go with something. These guys spray just like the black and whites. Let's go with something that's an actual sharpshooter, something that'll actually hit you from a range. So, in my opinion, I saved some of the best for last. I have a pair of these. Pretty excited about them, but at the same time, I don't like working with them. Just because they're from Africa. They're the African zebra spitter, or Naja nigricincta. I do believe I'm pronouncing that right, even though I said it kind of stupid there. Whatever. These guys, like I said, are sharpshooters. When I say sharpshooters, I mean pretty much everything from Africa, because there's not much brush. It's pretty open space. If they need to hit you, they're going to hit you straight in the eyes. They're not going to waste the venom. So like 6, 7, 8 feet, they're pretty accurate, or at least most of the African snakes are. I'm not sure about this exact species, but I'm pretty sure all the African snakes are all the spitting cobras are very accurate. So he could hit me straight in the eyes from 6 foot away. He could hit the camera from here. I'm not zoomed in much, so that gives you a good, depth, I should say, of how far they can spit. All in all, very calm. So far, every time I've worked with them. I don't want to speak too soon. They're called zebra spitters because of the stripes on them. These guys are still a little small. I've seen them quite a bit heavier than this. I'm not sure if these are a little underweight and I need to get their weight up. I'm going to try to compare them to a couple others. I know I filmed one of my videos, a Reptile Lagoon. If you've seen that video, they had a real nice pair. Real healthy, big animals. But at the same time, I love their facility, don't get me wrong, but I don't believe that fat animals or bigger animals are necessarily always better. In the wild, you're going to see some skinnier individuals. More snakes die of being overweight than underweight. I don't have that statistic. I'm just saying that in most cases, most captive snakes are overweight. So, and fatty liver disease is a real issue. I'm trying to get him out of his box. I don't want to make him mad. I really don't. But so far, he's been great. Absolutely wonderful. As babies, these guys are gorgeous. Just good looking snakes. You are all the way back there. What are you doing, bub? Come here. I'm not going to be able to hook you out like that. Let me grab that over there. Sorry about the racket. Yay! Love dropping stuff. Okay, unlike the rattlesnake, I don't have to worry about a heat signature. All I'm doing with this is they have very short fangs. So if he was to bite the glove, I would have a lot better chance of not actually getting envenomated. It's okay, buddy. Beautiful, beautiful snake. He's hooding just a little bit, which he doesn't normally do. Watch yourself. He does not like the lights at all. He does not want to get sprayed by this guy, so we're going to go very slow. The camera over there just died. Great. I'm actually keeping the container between me and him, so hopefully he doesn't see my face, because they see the eyes. They understand eyeballs, and they know where to aim. So once I get him up, maybe he'll calm down. I love the black head. The banding markings, just beautiful. Don't spray me. These guys are good at what they do. They're very iridescent. As babies are even more iridescent, I do believe, in my opinion. Very alert, just like the mom does. These guys don't screw around. These guys are serious. It's okay. Right back into his side box beautifully. Oops. He's never been that wrapped up. I've never got him to hood. And he definitely just hooded. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. Forgot to knock my little clips down, snaps down. Rookie mistake. Lids falling in the background. It's like a Rubbermaid tote graveyard around here. Can't even speak. Come on. Lids got caught. There we go. Beautifully done. Let's see if the next one goes that smooth. Hopefully. So this is the other zebra spitter. Other camera ran out of memory, as you might have heard me say in the last clip. So there won't be any close-ups of this guy. And hopefully he's just as well tempered. Just like all African elapids, their poop or urates smells a lot like cinnamon, really crappy cinnamon. And it's such a weird smell. It's so much better than coffee in the morning. It's lovely. But being completely stupid about it, it's interesting. Something once you smell it, you'll be like, wow. You can recognize it out of any lineup. You can just walk into the room and you'll pick it up instantly. It's not bad. He is keen. Those eyes, man, that pupil. It's okay. Crazy how much this light spooks them. Because seriously, I've never had this issue. They've never hooded on me. At all. None. He's sensing real hard. He's trying to figure out what's going on. What's up, buddy? I see ya. What are you doing? Want to come out? Just hissed. He's never hissed. He is poised, locked on, staring right at me, doing the whole famous stare down. It's okay, bud. He is not backing down. Very confident. I don't like it when he switches eye contact. He went from right eye to left eye. Back to right. He's now looking at the hook. Back at me. They focus in on black very well. Oh, I don't want to get spit on by you, bud. Be great if you'd calm down just a little bit. I know it looks stupid, but it works. Kinda. Yet again, he's focused in on the black. You can't see me nearly as well now. There you go. And we should be good. Used to do that when I worked at the zoo. I just not open the enclosure all the way. Therefore, they have to look through the glass. And like I said, their eyesight's a lot keener than most other snakes. It seems to be, at least. But it's still not great, I don't believe. And we got it. Okay, now we're going to show you probably one of my favorite snakes. So this is the last guy. It's actually a female, not a guy, as I always say. You take the glasses off. It's not a spitter. It's another monocled cobra, but it's probably my favorite morph. Absolutely beautiful animal, and this guy's normally pretty chill as far as a venomous snake goes. I think he's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But actually, you want to switch me hooks? Oh, I got it. If you're wondering why I'm switching hooks to the backup hook, it's because I forgot to sterilize my hook in between the African stuff and Asian stuff. I don't like mixing continents, just because he could carry, or the last guys could carry some intestinal parasites or whatever that this guy just couldn't handle, and they could be handling it just fine. I think I need to get his weight up a little bit. Like, he's thick, but he just looks a little skinnier than what I like. And this is by far my biggest one of the evening. I mean, he's thick, but I don't know. You don't know what to do about all the lights. I'm gonna get this container off the table, okay? You gonna be chill for me? I got it. He's my sweetheart. I play with him a lot. I shouldn't say play, handle. What are you doing, buddy? Gonna be my friend today. As you see, Leucistic being purely white. Occasionally they'll get some dark spots somewhere. His is actually on his head. He's got that dark spot right there. Her, it's a she. You're still a she. I'm sorry. I do it all the time. Some localities of monocled cobras can actually spit. And when I say spit, it's more of a throwing venom. But this guy cannot. So huffing and puffing a little bit, but honestly pretty decent. They have the blue-eyed and the red-eyed Leucistic, black-eyed Leucistic. I never really looked into this guy's eyes. I don't think they're red, probably blue or black. I don't honestly understand the difference. I mean, I do. It's colors and eyeballs. I got that. But I don't understand if you breed blue-eyed Leucistic to red-eyed Leucistic, what you get. You know, I don't know if it's like the crutch-filled iguanas where he bred the albino to the albino and got all hets, which makes no sense. So it's just a different strand of albino. I think it's T positive and T negative, but kind of interesting. Just super chill. But they're not all like this. Just because I'm handling them like this and this is going well, you know, you don't want to try this at home. I can't urge that enough. I don't need any of my subscribers or even non-subscribers to get bit by something that they see me handling. That's not kosher. You know, if you have a true passion for reptiles, get into it. Learn about pythons, learn about boas, learn about monitors. You don't have to keep these, you know, you can keep anything. You can keep tree frogs and I'm going to be impressed. You know, I love frogs. Plus, they're a little bit harder to keep. So I have huge respect for people that can keep frogs, all the dart frogs and everything. You're a big guy, aren't you? These guys can get up to like 6 foot. And this guy, I don't think is that big. He's okay size, but not a monster by no means. Want to look in the camera? Want to say hi? You're making this difficult. There you go. Very good. So I'm going to transport these, get all these guys set up. We're going to finish out quarantine. Got another month, maybe 2 months at max. Just want to make sure everybody's weight's good, everything's going well. Once that's cleared up, I'm going to get these guys inside some big enclosures. Get something decked out. I'll probably be pairing them up. I don't necessarily want to breed, you know, if I don't cool them down, we should be okay. My only fear is sometimes females can get egg bound, but they don't necessarily need a male to do that. They can produce eggs without ever being with a male. So, but anyway, you ready to go back up? I'm going to be uploading a lot more videos here soon. I'm probably going to take like a month hiatus here. I got a lot of stuff going on. But make sure you subscribe, because here soon I'm going to be showing off some of the rarest stuff on Earth. Just some animals I never thought in a million years I would ever even be inside the same room with, let alone be able to bring you guys. So hopefully you guys can enjoy that. Hopefully you're excited as I am, because this is going to be awesome. But yeah, I'll try to give you some updates. If you want to see any snake in particular, let me know, and maybe I can showcase it a little bit better. Maybe I can dim the lights and get the zebras out for a feeding or something. So I do like them. I just don't want to get spit in the face. It's not attractive. Anyway, you ready to go up? Are you? Maybe? I don't like direct eye contact. You never blink. That ain't fair. Makes me nervous. Good job. Thank you for being a sweetheart. Got the clip. It's way better if you just have those down at the beginning. It's way easier. A little safer too. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Make sure you subscribe. Check out my other videos. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye.